When you think of London film studios, you tend to think of the likes of Elstree and Pinewood and Shepperton, which are all about, I don't know, 10, 15 miles, 20 miles outside of central London. But there was a time when film studios were actually much closer. There. This train driver thinks I'm a train spotter now. No, stop talking, woman. Oh, shut up. I'll move away. But no, there was a time when studios were much closer to central London. And I'm getting on this train and I'm going to go where some were today. So I'm in Shepherd's Bush, which isn't the West End of London. It's a little bit out. It was 12 minutes on the tube to get here. And yeah, so Shepherd's Bush, West London. Nobody really knows why it's called Shepherd's Bush. It could be named after it being a resting place for cattle when they were being driven off to Smithfield Market, which is in the East End, which is a few miles over that way. So I'm here at Shepherd's Bush today because it does have an association with film and television. So that is the reason I'm here. I'm a bit gutted. Just over there past that angel statue, you see where those works are. There's some underground toilets there. And I don't know if they're still in use. Maybe they're digging them out and they're not going to be in use anymore. But they are known because in 1962, Wilfred Brimley, the father in Steptoe and Son, was arrested in those toilets for smiling at a policeman. I have no idea what that means in 1962 euphemisms. But anyway, here I am then. This is the only real green bit of Shepherd's Bush left. So you've got to imagine maybe this is where the cattle stopped. But first place I'm going to is just over there. It's going to be noisy, I'm afraid. But you know, I'm surrounded by 1, 2, 3 busy roads. But that building over there, if you can see it with the dome, is my first port of call today. So this lovely place was the Shepherd's Bush Empire, now known as the O2 Empire. It was built in 1903 as a theatre. Charlie Chaplin performed here before heading off to the States. In later years, in the 1970s, it was a theatre. I don't know if it was owned by the BBC, but they certainly recorded here. They recorded the likes of Wogan and Crackerjack, and unfortunately, yeah, Jim Will Fix It was done here. And then right next door, literally next door, let me move for a better view. I'm glad the sun has come out since I left this morning. So there's the Empire, and there's the Palladium. Now the Palladium was built in 1910 as the Cinematograph Theatre, and it continued through the decade showing films, but stopped showing films in 1981. It stood empty for a very long time, and then it was taken over and converted into a pub. But in 2019 it was demolished. I think the front must be either listed or it's a nod to the heritage of the site. Yeah, you've got, oh what a surprise, luxury flats built in its place, but at least they kept the front. All right, I'm going to go up there now for something that's nothing to do with film and TV, but I want to go and have a look. Right, so this beautiful building was called the Shepherd's Bush Village Hall, and I'm guessing it's nodding back to a time when it was a village. Look, this would have been a sleepy terraced road. It was built in 1898 as a drill hall, an army drill hall. It's still standing. It's a dance studios there. I'm going to go quiet because I'm going to walk past those people just there. but I'm going to film the foundation stone and film the foundation stone. When we go past, you'll see all the pock marks in it. Oh, those people aren't standing in front of it, are they? Hopefully not. No, she's moving. Yeah, have a look at the pock marks, because that's shrapnel damage from the Second World War. Kind of ironic that that plaque says it was a place for munitions, and it gets bombed by a bit of munitions. So we come round the corner to this white edifice, which is kind of appropriate because this is the Westfield Shopping Centre, which was built on the site of the 1908 Franco-British exhibition. Nearby, just over there, we've got White City, an area of London called White City, and that's named after the buildings of the exhibition that were clad in white marble. All gone now, all demolished, and anything that was here right up until, 10 years ago has been demolished. I think it's kind of appropriate that the thing that now stands on the site is clad in white as well. Now, anybody who's my age and growing up in Britain will know this road. As I say, you can see it was a quiet road once upon a time, but this is Wood Lane. And if you are of my age and British, you'll know the name Wood Lane, because Wood Lane is where the BBC television centre is, and it's right up there, but I'm not going up there today. But that's stamped on my mind, Wood Lane, W128QT, because that's the postal address where you had to send in a postcard if you're going in for a competition. W128QT is just up there. Right, I'm behind Shepherd's Bush Empire, and I'm just going to go down through Shepherd's Bush Market. A thing of note to say here is a bit of Quadrophenia was filmed here. I haven't seen it for years. I'll have to go back and try and spot the scene. It's amazing. Shepherd's Bush Market is just the other side of that railway bridge, and this is not a 5-minute walk, and silence. Thank goodness for that. So let me just cross this to the other side of the road and get away from that pedestrian. So this road is called Lime Grove, and if you know your British TV history, that's going to ring a bell. But it has an earlier history to that, in that this whole site here, going all the way along there, right, there's a clue there, over there, you've got Gormont Terrace, and through there you've got Gainsborough Court. Sorry for that beeping, because this is the site of the Gaumont Film Company, which was built in 1915. The first studio built in the country solely for making films. I'm going to cross the road again. Many Gainsborough films were made here, such as The Wicked Lady and The 39 Steps. Now, in 1949, it was bought by the BBC, who used it up until 1991. And here on this site of these houses, there to there, the BBC filmed such classics as Quatermass 2, Andy Pandy, Sky at Night, Dixon and Dock Green, 1984, Steptoe and Son, of course Doctor Who, Nationwide, and Top of the Pops was filmed in this very spot. You wouldn't know it. I'm in central London. I could stand in the middle of the road, and listen to that, it's silence. This is where Doctor Who was. This is where Quatermass was. This is where Top of the Pops was of my childhood. Amazing. Anyway, this silence isn't going to last because I've got to go down that road. There's a train. Gives you an idea. Yeah, Shepherd's Bush Market is just over the side of that. So I'm afraid I've got to leave all this peace and quiet because there's no one around now. Just as I'm finishing, there's no one around. I'm going to go to the end of the road and turn right, and I've got a few more places to stop at on the way. All right, I'm standing in the middle of the road for this, so it's a bit noisy, but I had to feature this on my way to my last place, which is this curiosity. It's the narrowest house in London. Look at that. And I've got a feeling it's just been built in an alleyway. Very narrow, but we don't know how far back it goes. All right, nearly done. I've just got to go up there and I'm finished. Right, my final destination is this building here, and it's really hard to tell. There's no sign whatsoever, but once upon a time there was a film studio on this site called Gold Hawk Studios, because this is Gold Hawk Road, and that was Gold Hawk Studios, and it was a very small studio, as you can probably be able to guess, making small scale films. The favourite of mine that they made there is Tygon's Blood Beast Terror, and it is very strange to be standing here thinking that they actually made that film here, that Peter Cushing was here, Wanda Ventham was here, and even more significant to me, other than them two, and that's significant enough, is that sometime in the 70s this stopped being a studio and became a music recording studio, and the goddess that is Kate Bush actually recorded here. So as I walk past here, I'm literally walking in the steps of Peter Cushing, Wanda Ventham and Kate Bush. So that's me done. This is a very short video. I've been meaning to come to all these little places for a while now, been putting it off, mainly because that Westfield shopping centre can get incredibly busy, but I've chosen to take a day off today, and it hasn't been too bad, and the traffic's not too bad, is it? All right, that's the end of my little travelogue today. Hope you found something in there of interest, and see you soon.